Definitely be keeping our eyes and ears to see how this political change will be in this particular Orange Democratic Movement Party. Will it be a sweet orange or a sour orange? We wait to see. From matters politics, we take you all the way to a city in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yes, Goma. Now, residents of Goma have shared concerns as the city attempts to return to a normal life, following a week since the M23 militant group claimed its control over the city located in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So TV47 has established that at least 773 people have been killed in Goma and its vicinity in a week. This, as former Vice President and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has pointed a finger at President William Ruto for what he says is failing to support DRC peace talks amid escalating tensions in the country's volatile eastern region. George Maringa has more.
Shortly after daybreak, this lady, a resident of Goma, is seen preparing her stock consisting of a few vegetables, cabbages, onions for sale. She hopes that despite the paltry offerings she has, she will still attract customers. Goma is her only home, but she says she has now turned a desperate seller, hoping to feed a desperate society that has known anything but peace in the last week. Despair has rocked her as she says famine is threatening her children at home.
Na mchuruzi niko nabo unatuozea ako tunakosa ka tufe namna gani je mimi nabuleta hapa kwa barabara ni ujishe nene kama watu watapata hata mrongo wa bunga kukula.
Disturbing scenes in the streets of Goma, some of which we are unable to show you on TV, all showing death and devastation, a stark showcase of what is left after days of renewed clashes by the M23 rebels. Dead bodies have been spotted.
Tunakosa tufe namna gani njoo mimi nakiana buchuruzi bunaoza na bakutuzia vitu habiko bisharibikia mnyumba njoo mimi natuleta kwa barabara
bila amani hatuwezi endelesha nafanya ma activities zetu parce que tunaishi kuto dijuru hakuna kitu inaweza endeka kama hatuko mu amani.
On Thursday last week, power and mobile data services were restored in the city and the border with Rwanda was reopened. The head of Congo River Alliance, an umbrella group for the M23 or M23 and others, Corneille Nangaa Yubeluo, called on locals to go back to normal activities. He also vowed to return children to schools and open humanitarian corridors. To get here, the M23 rebels launched a major offensive, resulting in over 700 deaths and 2,800 injuries, including a dozen peacekeepers, according to the UN. The fall of Goma, the largest city in eastern DRC and the capital of North Kivu province, has deepened the crisis, with M23 fighters reportedly advancing south towards Bukavu.
Tufanye kazi zetu sawa kawaida gisi tunazifahamu mbele parce que tuko bakaskadere shiba jeune il faut tutoke manyumba tuende tutumike tufanye uma petit job juu tufanye tupate kisi ya kuishi ile tu ni amani tu.
DRC Minister of Defense Guy Kabombo Mwadiamvita described the situation as a matter of life and death, accusing Rwanda and Uganda of supporting the M23 rebels, an accusation which both countries denied. On January 25th, the DRC announced it had cut diplomatic ties with Kigali, claiming that Rwandan troops had crossed the border. The French Foreign Ministry, on the other hand, has demanded that Rwandan-backed fighters leave the country immediately. The fighting has forced thousands to flee their homes. Humanitarian organizations warn of deteriorating conditions in the region, citing shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. Back in Kenya, former Vice President and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has faulted the flawed peace process and is now blaming Nairobi over the fall of this peace process.
Nilienda huko na kasaidia to put together a coalition between Kabila, as he then was, and Tshisekedi. And when Ruto took over, the mistake he made ni kutoa Uhuru Kenyatta when he was the chief mediator. Refused to facilitate him. And then The whole thing went down to Angola.
Meanwhile, in eastern DRC, the situation remains tense, with over 100 groups fighting in an area rich in gold, cassiterite, coltan, cobalt, and diamonds, among other minerals. George Maringa, TV47, Nairobi.